What in hell are the three of you doing in there? There's a woman you've not seen before. She stood in the doorway as you emerge from that narrow, cruel space covered in dust. Dark skin, wearing custodian's overalls. She has a broom in one hand, and the other is on her hip. She looks disappointed to see you. Again, you've never seen this woman before. I will ask you again. What in the hell are the three of you up to? What are you doing in there?
We're getting my monkey.
Your what now?
My monkey.
There's a monkey in here?
Yes, and it needs help.
No, it's a toy.
It's a monkey.
It's a
and it needs help.
Yes, you see, she's very troubled, and we just came to help her.
Calm down, girl. Okay, you know what? I'll poke my head around. If I see a monkey, I'll get it for you, okay?
No, it's stuck in there. I know where it is. It's stuck in there, and the man can get it for me if I help him.
Oh, but Emily, listen, she might be able to help us too, Mrs. Sorry, I've not met you before.
Oh, Chanara. I mean, it's Chanara Franklin, but you don't need to call me Mrs. I'm just a custodian here.
Yeah? How is that for you?
Well, that's a weird-ass question, but it's... I keep my head down, I clean up the rooms and the corridors. I'm trying to keep this place together, but it always feels like it's falling apart at the seams. It pays okay, and I get to sleep on the premises.
I look her over. Does she feel like normal and kind of nice, or how does she feel?
Yeah, normal is a good way to describe her, because she looks irritated to have stumbled upon the three of you, but unlike some of the other adults that you have encountered, she doesn't appear to immediately want to strike you, to verbally eviscerate you, or otherwise humiliate you. She just seems like a woman who is trying to do her job, and the three of you are in the way of it.
See, Emily, she's nice. We might be able to get it back later. Maybe if she finds it, actually, she'll get it for you as well.
Where'd you lose your monkey, girl?
In the darkness. It's stuck in the cogs.
Cogs?
You can't get it out. It's stuck in there. You need to help me.
There's some old machinery in here. This is an old building. Most of it's out of bounds. The three of you been crawling through the walls? I've caught boys like you two crawling around the walls before, and they're up to no good. You're not allowed back there.
No.
Well, we didn't know that. We've only been here like a day or two.
You didn't know that? Where have you been where you're allowed to crawl around in the walls?
Well, we weren't crawling around in walls. We literally just went in a room, miss. Speaking of which, why are all these rooms up here anyway, all like abandoned looking? It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Well, boy, have you got an attitude. This place used to be a factory, a workhouse. There's lots of rooms. When it was initially converted to this centre for troubled youth, they only took over and renovated a small part of it, but Dr. Crow wants to expand it, make use of the full facility. Of course, she's not throwing much money our way, so it's up to people like me to make every room presentable, and it's slow going, given that most of the time I've got to work on the rooms everyone's already occupying.
I kind of just give her a blank look. To be honest, my mind is so elsewhere right now. Totally going back and forth on what I think happened, what I think I saw, but it felt so real, and all the other things. And I just kind of nod. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, yeah, we shouldn't be here. Come on, let's go.
No.
What's that you've got in your hand? She gestures with her head at Tobin, who has the wind-up radio. What's that?
Oh, it's just an old radio. I found it in there. Look, do you want to look? It's pretty old, and really interesting.
She holds her hand out.
I hesitate for a bit, but I'll hold it out to her.
Oh, shit, this is an old wind-up radio. She turns the crank, listens to it, turns it again, gives it a shake. I think this is busted.
Yeah, but I kind of like it. I'm worried, though, that someone will take it from me if I bring it back.
Oh, probably.
But there's no chance you would know a place we could hide it? Just as...
You're trying to, what, get me in some kind of conspiracy? Like I said, you've got attitude, the three of you. No,
It's not a big conspiracy, though. It's just a thing that, we could play with at some point.
No, this is a nice little novelty. I tell you what. I'll take it down to the basement. That's where I sleep.
Oh, you live here?
Yeah. I mean, I got a place elsewhere, but I've got so much work to do here. I'll get this fixed up for you, but
Yeah.
you cannot let the other adults find you with it. So I'll fix it up. I'll keep it in the basement. And if you ever get like a free period or whatever they have, I don't really keep track of classes, you can come on down and listen to some music, I guess. Just don't be bringing any trouble my way, okay? Because I'll deny all knowledge.
Yeah, of course, Miss Franklin. I mean, yeah. We won't. Will we, Emily?
I want my monkey.
Yeah. Girl, I'll look for your monkey. Look,
No.
Listen, I know my way. I know my way around the building.
Do you know the city?
Emily,
Well, the city we're in.
No, the city in the wall.
Look, you're probably going to need to speak to Dr. Crow about that kind of thing. That's way above my pay grade. I just fix the machines and
Yeah.
keep everything running.
No, because there was no box, so it was real.
come on
When
now.
there's no box, it's real.
Yeah.
It's real. It's in the wall.
It's. I mean,
I want my monkey.
just remember we gotta just do what we were told, okay, Emily? Remember what we were told, and we'll see your monkey again.
That's right. Let's stop bothering the nice lady who's just doing her job, and let's all three of us just go down the corridor. We can talk, and we'll make sure that we find the monkey. Okay? Let's go do that. She's gonna look for it. We're gonna go look for it elsewhere, but she can't do anything else while you're here being all upset.
Don't worry, Emily, isn't it?
Yeah.
Listen, I know it's. I don't really speak to the kids much, but I get it. I know that it's pretty terrible here. If it was within my power to do anything about it, I would. But listen, I'll look for your monkey, and I'll do my best to find it, because
Yeah,
listen,
but be careful if you go in there. I mean, there's a lot of spikes and pipes and
Oh,
things.
don't worry, I know this place is a death trap. But I'll take a look. Just try and keep cool, try and keep your shit together, and I will... Sorry, I shouldn't use language like that with kids. Just try and keep it together. I'll try and get your monkey. She reaches out and gestures as if to say, do you mind if I put my hand on you?
Emily doesn't move, so...
She puts her hand on your shoulder. She lowers herself to your level. She doesn't squeeze, she doesn't pat, she just rests her hand there. And she says, while looking at you, trying to form eye contact with someone who's no doubt a little bit twitchy. Emily, I'll do my best to find your monkey, okay? Cross my heart.
Emily makes very brief eye contact with her, which is very rare for Emily to be able to do. And she reaches into her pocket, where the beads are clacking around, and gives her a handful. Here. It needs food it hasn't eaten for a long time, and it's very hungry and alone.
She doesn't judge you. She holds her other hand out for you to put the beads into. I'll use them sparingly. I think I've got some more like these downstairs as well, so if I run out, I'll use some of my own.
Okay.
I'll do my best. I promise. If your monkey's in there to be found, I'll find him, okay?
Okay.
Alright, stay strong. You've got 2 good friends here, I can tell. They'll look after you. She gets back up. Right, the 3 of you had better get off this floor. Eventually one of the prefects is going to come and look for you, okay? And, well, as I said, I don't want anything raining down on me.
No, of course. Yeah, thank you.
It's fine, it's cool, it's fine.
And I start trying to just walk off, removing my glasses for a moment to quickly, sort of nervously clean them, because I realise they've got a bit of dirt on them from when we were inside the wall, and yeah, I just clean them and put them back on, and again, just start heading off.
Hey, just before you 3 leave, just one last question.
Yeah?
Which one of you tore a hole in that wall?
It was like that when we got here.
Yeah, really, yeah. Okay, off, beat it. Got him.
Thank you. Great. And when we're out of earshot, I just look at Tobin. Okay, we're gonna need to talk, I think.
Yeah, but I think people might be missing us by now. We got time, right? A bit of time still.
I don't know. Like yes, no, maybe. I guess we gotta just try and keep calm. Emily. So, we can't do anything to get the monkey back right now, but I think if we can, we're going to. But just, we can't do it right now. You either need to wait just a little bit. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. You understand?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, good. Okay, and I try and give her a smile, but it's probably not a very convincing one because I'm just myself very, very conflicted right now.
Yeah, as we start heading back, I'm thinking about Laura and how, I mean, she must be so scared right now. If she were able to make it out, I think she did. I hope she did. The prefects seemed to all leave her. I just heard her sobbing was the last thing I heard.
Yeah, she's certainly not on this floor anymore, or at least as you pass by various rooms, those with the doors open don't contain her.
No. I say to the others, they said, to dump her in the memory hole. I hate, and this is the 2nd day. First night they electrocute someone. Now, I don't know what they were going to do to her, but they were talking about painting the walls red.
I mean, man, is it... I try and speak to Tobin so that Emily can't hear everything I'm saying. Even though there's nothing I can really do to stop her eavesdropping. Yeah, well, what do you think, Tobin? Paint the walls red? What does that normally mean in a film or a comic book? Except here it was...
I know what it means, man.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm just saying. Just... I don't know. You all saw that all right. You did see it all right. It wasn't just me and Emily. Right?
No, I didn't see you. You both were in the way. I did hear him, though, and I understood everything he said, and I heard him knowing who we were and that he had been watching us, and some of the things, you know, he couldn't have known unless he was actually watching us from somewhere. And I look around in the corridor, I've not seen any cameras in this place.
No. And besides, you know what, even if you look at it like we just had a really weird hallucination, maybe because the pipe gas or something, they were definitely in there to kill her. Just like they killed that girl last night. That's happening, regardless of whatever else you think. That is happening.
Yeah, I think they're attacking people that would be the least missed. First, at least.
Yeah, that's... the adults are all in on it. Or, like, I don't get how they couldn't all be on it. How could you work here every day and not know?
What I'm really wondering about is It's, Dr. Crow. I saw her. She was alright. Emily, you saw her as well, didn't you?
I don't know.
Well, do you remember how she was to you? Was she nice, or was she like this guy said, that she was like trying to get people to hurt people?
She wasn't nice.
Yeah?
She was calling me names.
Yeah.
I'm just delusional, stupid, worthless.
You're not that, Emily. You know that. You're really nice, okay?
My mom hates me.
No, she doesn't. And if she does, that's her loss, okay? There's other people out there that you'll meet and that care about you, okay? That'll help you with your bandages and get your pizzas back if you lose them and things, Parents are all messed up, children, just older. I think.
Bad Emily.
You can hear heavy footsteps coming up the stairs toward the 3rd floor.
Look, we're going to need to talk about this later, but we need to find out time to talk about it, because we need to talk, because it doesn't matter what you think you've heard, Tobin. It is a bad place. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here already. Like, there was already people already outside.
That's where you three have got to. You recognise one of the prefects, Oscar Beauvoir. He's not really one you've interacted with a great deal.
He was the one that was reading my book, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry.
Emily here got a little confused, and she was. We thought we'd better get her back.
I don't care. I don't care what you've been doing to her, with her. Just leave a little for me, Listen, we need to get you into class. People are going to start noticing if you're missing, okay?
I grimace at what he says. But yeah, please, let's go.
I start following, but yes, I also just involuntarily clench my fist just for a second, and my mind just goes back to what the man on the radio said, saying you just need to take one of these, and then that's wrong. But then this fucker just literally said something like that. Maybe it's not wrong, and I'm thinking that, but I try and just go, yeah, of course, boss. Yes, let's go.
Boss, that's new. He takes you down to the 1st floor. He doesn't really share much of a word with you. He seems friendly enough, albeit predatory. Listen, there's not much point going to Greep's class at this point. He will just thrash the living hell out of you. Wait outside Edgewood's and join in as soon as the door opens. He looks at Emily. You're pretty. You should probably get yourself to the bathroom, though, before going to class, Clean yourself up. Right, I'm going back to Greep's class. I'll say that you were ill and seeing Dr. Crow or something. You owe me now, okay? And he heads off.
Sure.
I don't half understand what he's saying, but I'm kind of assuming, looking at all of us, that we might be a bit grimy from being inside the walls. The implication kind of going over my head. How do we look, by the way?
Yeah, you've got a layer of dust over you. The hair on top of your head is a little starched at this point. And undoubtedly you are dirty.
How do I look? You got a smudge there. Rub that off.
Hang on. Have you got time to get to the bathroom quickly and just get back here?
Yeah, well, he said the class was about to finish, so let's just be quick and we can do it, okay?
Yeah, because otherwise it will look suspicious. Good thinking.
Yeah. Emily, you okay? You've been to the bathroom before, haven't you? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just get rid of some of this smudge and dust. That's all he meant, okay?
Oh, and one more thing, Emily. We need to play a game. It's called Secrets. You win the game by not telling anyone about the secret. The secret here is you can't tell anyone about where we went. Or what you think you saw. What you did see. Sorry, because I saw it too. But we can't tell anyone except us three. That's the game. It's a secret that only we three are allowed to know. Yes?
Okay.
Because we're friends. Yeah. Okay. And then I rush to the bathroom.
Okay, and Tobin's going as well. And Emily, you're going off on your own?
Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way to the girls' bathroom where one of the cubicles is closed, but the rest are open. There's no sound other than the drip, drip, drip of the tap.
Without her toy, Emily's feeling completely lost, and she is regressing to a place she hasn't been in a long time, actually before she got her toy. That toy is not just a toy for Emily, it's a therapeutic tool for her, and she has no idea what to do with herself. She, instead of going up to the mirror and try to wash herself off, she just goes into a cubicle and locks the door. She places herself on the bathroom floor with her back against the wall and just hugs her knees and puts her chin to her kneecaps and just stares at the door in front of her. Everything inside of her is just falling apart without that tool.
There's no supernatural influence here. There's no bleed over from Metropolis or anything of that ilk. It is just you alone in this bathroom cubicle, staring at the door, and from around the edges come your old friends, all those bugs just bleeding in from the edges of your vision, which you know on some level that they are from within your own head. That doesn't stop them from being terrifying. And the more of them appear, the more alone or more compressed, more constrained you feel. The tighter your chest becomes, the shorter your breath, the more desperate your twitchiness and need to take some of that pain away becomes.
Emily usually tries to fight the hallucinations she has. She knows that they're not real. But even now, even as she knows they're not real, she just doesn't have the energy or the want to fight for it anymore. She looks at the box that crawls towards her, and it's like, this time it's not just a few bugs, it's a horde of them crawling underneath the bathroom stall door, almost turning the entire floor black, just with crawling bugs everywhere. She can hear their little legs on top of each other, and she feels them crawling up her legs, her arms, her hands, and she just lets it happen, and they bite into her skin. They tear little lunches off her arms. They make deep gouges. They crawl into her ears, her mouth, around her eyes, and she feels warmth, especially around her arms. Something wet on the floor, she's not sure what it is. And it turns black.
We're going to cut to the boys' bathroom. You're scrubbing up, getting clean, now out of earshot of the little girl that has been following you around. You've got some choices to make, and at this time, with your modicum of privacy, now might be a time to make them.
I do my best to quickly wash my face and just look a bit presentable, probably quite close to Tobin. I just look in the mirror, look at myself, filled with conflicting thoughts and emotions. One minute I'm terrified of the idea of even going along with what that voice said on the radio, but then, literally 5 seconds ago, I could easily have punched that kid in the face. Maybe kept going until... No, I can't think of that. And I kind of look at Tobin, look back at the mirror, that I just think, what would Dad say? What would Dad do? And I think he'd say, chin up, face your problems. Quit being indecisive, just think of a plan, move forward. That's what Dad would say, yeah. And I kind of then just look at Tobin as I finish up.
What's going on in my head is I think, yeah, we need to get out of here, and I don't know about Dr. Crow. I don't know what I want to think about her, but I can't help thinking that it's true somehow, what I've been told now, that she is behind, or encouraging at least it all. Even this guy who seemed nice, this twisted, this Oscar, that... Yeah. If you stay here to be prefects, it's because we'll be wanted as tools for Dr. Crow. We should get out of here. I wonder how Laura is, but most of all, Lana. I wanna do it. I wanna get my phone out, get it to her. She'll call the right person and we'll escape, and it'll be like the two of us. And we'll go off somewhere. And just, get away. Never see this place again. Maybe we could go over to Europe somehow. Just get out. I don't know. Get deep into the countryside, deep into the forest. We'll find someone who wants to help us. These kind of romantic thoughts are going through my head when it comes to the voice in the radio. I'm not so sure. Killing someone. I know he wants me to do that. An angel, supposedly, is going to bring this place down. It's just absurd. I didn't properly see what the others saw. It's as even these minutes, however long it is, 20 minutes since it happened, it feels like it's already fading away, leaving place for the more realistic notion of just escaping and getting into the car of Lana's friend.
I kind of look at Tobin, look to the door, and before I leave, I just say, so, if you had to pick someone, who would it be?
What? Oh. I think, I think we can... I think we can play it cool, I think if we take it easy, I don't think they're gonna pick us out first. They're gonna go for the weak ones first,
That's a massive assumption, man. It's a massive assumption. If anything, they're gonna come for us soon, because they're probably gonna realise, you've already pissed off one. I kind of have as well.
I didn't know that it was me, did he? He didn't know. We scared him,
So, he won't be scared next time. He doesn't know it was us now, but I have a problem with him. And didn't something happen when you went off with him? I'm pretty sure something happened when you went off with him. You looked pretty bad when you came back after being with Isaac.
saw me running without my clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I smell my own clothes and... Yeah.
They're all bad kids. The prefects. Even the ones who don't seem so bad now. They're all in on it. It's like a thing, like... I don't know if Dr. Crow, maybe it's like a personal grooming fucked up project or something, but they were gonna kill. They already have.
I know.
They're literally all killers.
I know.
So,
Yeah. How do you want to do this then?
I don't know. Oh, I wish I still... I have a tape recorder, but I can't really use it because if anyone finds it, that's it. We lose that tool. I managed to record something the other night, a little bit of what happened. I was going to give it to my mum, but then that bastard just wouldn't let me get my bag.
What did you record?
A little bit of what happened to that girl, I think.
You...
I don't know. I don't even know if it sounds very good. I literally just pressed record.
That's what I heard.
You remember when you heard me doing something, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. I come over it and say, like, okay, I'm putting all my cards on the table. Like, I trust you because I have to. Because we have to trust each other. Because if we don't trust each other now, then nothing's going to work, right? So, yeah, I was recording.
So you think killing someone and putting our things next to them, that's gonna do it?
I don't know. It sounds crazy.
You believe this? Do you believe this is an angel?
I don't know. But I saw stuff. I saw what Emily saw. There was a city. There were like buildings and cogs, and I actually think I've seen it before. I think. But that's not important. But no. The way I see it, like, it's not right. It's not good, but it's self-defense, because they're gonna do it to us, and it's not like we can get out of here any other way. And even if we could, it wouldn't... I came here to help people stop this, yeah? That's why I'm here. I'm part of... My dad's got a whole big investigation going on, and they're gonna find out, but we need to get to them. We need to be able to get out of here, so people outside can know that this place is everything... Well, not everything people say it is, but there are people who would stop this. Stop this all. Yeah?
Yeah. So you're not thinking about the whole plan of killing someone then?
I just pause. I look to the door. Look back at Tobin. Maybe. I don't know.
We need a weapon if we want to do that.
Well, we'd need to... If it was going to be someone like Isaac, we'd need to get him by surprise. You know, like a distraction, like you get him to come to a room, and he's probably going to kill you in that room, yeah? But he won't expect me or...
Something like that, yeah. Get him alone. Or in the night when they're sleeping, but then they'll all be in the room, so if we fail, we'd be completely fucked.
No, it has to be... I look upstairs. I look at the ceiling. If we could get him up there again, that would be... We could do it there, I think. If we did it, we're just chatting. Yeah, just chatting.
Yeah, okay.
If anyone deserved it, it would be him, right? Isaac. Like,
I mean...
He deserves it, really? Because he's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, I guess.
The bell rings outside, signalling the start of the next class.
Yeah.
Right, let's get back to class.
Yeah,
and
let's go.
Yeah. And I kind of give you a bit of an awkward look. Maybe looking at you in a way like I maybe have opened up to you, and now I'm a bit nervous about it. And I try and then just rush to the class quickly.
Emily, you aren't entirely sure what has passed over the last few minutes other than this increasing pool of blackness around you until you feel something strike your face hard. There's a figure looming over you. Get up, for fuck's sake!
What?
Look at you. Christ almighty. Gone and given yourself a stigmata, haven't you?
What's that?
The bugs are disappearing. You can see that for the first time in a long time you have been clawing and cutting at your own skin and have bled quite heavily over yourself and on the floor. Come with me to the sink. You recognise the figure now. It's Frances, the girl who you gave medication to. Come with me, don't make me drag you.
I did something bad.
Come with me. Alright, I'm going to drag you. She puts her hand under the crook of your arm and pretty much pulls you toward the sink and splashes water over the wounds on your arms. She goes, I used to do this as well. I used to cut myself all the time. Nothing made me feel better than letting some of the bad out. But really, there are better ways of handling this. And she rattles the pot of pills that you gave her. Like these, for instance. Doesn't matter what you're taking, as long as you're taking something, it'll make you feel a lot better than clawing at your own skin and trying to pull the veins out. Believe me, I know.
Have you seen my monkey?
She looks around briefly. No, I was passed out in here. I guess when you arrived, I woke up and there was blood leaking under the side of my cubicle. And I thought, no, it doesn't. Listen, you didn't get it on my clothes or anything. Okay. Listen, you've got two choices, Emily. Either you can accept the botched job that I'm going to do of trying to stop the bleeding with paper towels and a couple of elastic bands and pop a couple of pills to feel better. Or I can take you to Dr. Crow's office. And
No.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd like that, would you? Alright, hold your arm out straight. She pulls some paper towels from the dispenser, emptying it, places them rather callously over your forearm, grabs a pair of elastic bands that she had tied her ponytail in, and loops them around your arm, cinching very tight indeed. Luckily it doesn't hurt too much, but it won't be too long before you start losing feeling in your fingertips. Nevertheless, it might slow the bleeding. And she claps her hands together as if to signify a job well done. You're going to need to roll your sleeve down over that, because if one of the teachers sees you, they'll just be sending you straight to Crow.
I did something bad.
We've all done something bad, that's why we're here. Okay, open wide. She pops a couple of pills out of the pot.
Yeah, Emily opens her mouth.
Good girl. And she places a pill on your tongue. Do you need water to swallow?
Emily nods.
She fills up her hands and cradles them to your lips and feeds you with her hands the water. It would be quite touching if it wasn't so psychotic. Right. Don't let the first one take effect. You need to take a second one as well, maybe a third, and she repeats the process. Okay. That's not going to be stinging for much longer, and your mind is going to go elsewhere, but honestly, Edgewood isn't going to give a shit if you're at the back of her class, dazed out of your mind. That's how I spend most of my classes with Edgewood, and I think she does the same thing most of the time, especially if the pupils don't pay any attention. So, come with me. We'd better get to class. Are you coming?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good. Listen. You're lucky. I was of two minds. If I send you to Crow, she'll give you more medication, which you can give to me. But right now, I'm paying you back. I owed you. You got me these pills. Well, now we're square.
Thank you.
Yeah, think nothing of it. 2 pills I won't have.
I'll get you some more, I promise.
Yeah, please. You all arrive at Edgewood's. It's quite apparent that Emily has been through the wars, to put it mildly. She has not cleaned herself up, and she is still covered in dust. And you can see that the white blouse sleeve that she has pulled down to her wrist is dappled with blood and bulky where the paper towels have been bound around her. Francis takes her to the back of the class. She sits you down, Emily, and she sits next to you. Don't worry, I'll look after you.
Okay.
The way I see it, you're almost like a bit of a goldmine when it comes to the kind of thing I'm interested in. Damien and Tobin, you see this. You have arrived just ahead of this.
I try not to look horrified as I see the state Emily is in. I feel guilty, thinking maybe something even worse has happened to her and we shouldn't have let her go off on her own. I just feel terrible for this girl. I don't know why. I just feel that everything is just worse when it comes to her for some reason, but I don't have time. I don't have time to go over and make sure she's okay, because I don't want people noticing that. It's because if she's suspicious enough just talking to Tobin, but all 3 of us constantly talking together, someone's going to notice, so I just give Tobin a bit of a look and then go and sit at the back of the classroom myself.
Yeah, I'm looking out actually after Laura.
Laura is not present. Neither are Isaac, or Dylan, or Aaliyah.
Shit. I think to myself, and I just try to find a place to sit.
Lana waves you over.
I try to stop a stupid smirk that I'm only half aware of. I see Emily come in as I start going over, and I can't help but putting on a weird look as I see what state she's in and why she's with that other girl, the Rattler. I go over to Lana's, sit next to her. Hey.
Yes, wipe that fucking grin off your face. Where have you been? Where were you in Greep's class?
It's a long story. I look around, try and see if someone's gonna overhear.
Edgewood hasn't even got up to acknowledge the class yet. She's sat there and seems to be reading a book. All the other children are talking to each other, or lost in the solitude of despair.
Listen, and I grow serious. They took Laura, some of the prefects, Isaac, a few others. They said they're gonna dump her in the memory hole after, messing her up, saying no one would miss her. Have you seen her?
No. Why? What have you got to do with this?
Look, I overheard them, alright? They were going up on the 2nd floor. And, I did a really stupid fucking thing, but somehow it scared them off. Now I don't know where they are. Look, I wanna go ahead with the plan, alright?
Yeah, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that phone.
Yeah, that's the thing. We need to get the fuck out of here, alright?
Yeah. Listen, I mean, Laura she can go hang for all I care. I mean, I barely know her, but but it's quite clear. I mean, it was a couple of weeks ago that last girl disappeared, and now this one, now Laura, and I don't know, I haven't been keeping tabs on every single teenager here.
I thought you were friends.
Wasn't like we were bosom buddies or anything. We sat next to each other on the bus on the way here.
Yeah.
And hung out a bit while we were here, but better her than me. And you see a remarkably cold look on Lana's face. She clearly does not give more than 2 shits about Laura's well-being. She is concerned for herself and that she doesn't end up the same way.
Yeah, and I see this and I'm a bit taken aback. I just purse my lips and nod slowly.
So get that phone to me tonight, okay?
After dinner, let's give it another hour and meet around the toilets, okay?
Yeah, somewhere where we know that no one else is going to be. And I think the toilets, there's enough people that go there. I don't know. There's got to be somewhere on the 2nd floor that we can go to.
2nd floor, last room on the left.
Yeah, let's do that.
You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Roleplaying, where we played the scenario It Started and Ended with Screams for KULT Divinity Lost, from the upcoming Screams and Whispers scenario collection. The scenario was written by our dear friend Matthew Dawkins, who is also our Gamemaster. Joining Craig and Hjalmar was the talented Klara Herbøl. The music was made by Atrium Carceri and was used with permission from their label Cryochamber. Check out their website at cryochamber.bandcamp.com or their YouTube channel for some moody, dark ambient. We would like to give massive thanks to our champions of the Red Moon, Martin Heuschober, Nastasia Raulerson, Simon Cooper, David, Julia, Camilla, Ludwig Manford, and Robin for their generous support. And we would of course also like to thank all of our other patrons. Without your support, the show would not be possible. If you want to support our work, please check us out on Patreon. You can get access to bonus campaigns for KULT Divinity Lost and Coriolis there, as well as get early and raw access to all of our recordings. You can also hear your name read on the show as a champion of the Red Moon, as well as play KULT with us. Most importantly, that support is what keeps the show going, so do check us out there. Thank you again for listening, and remember, death is only the beginning.